I put up with a lot with that ex-wife of mine, but you took it too far, KP. Orlando Bloom.
What's happening?
Yeah, respectable.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Good
Fair
company.
enough. Trudeau, though, potentially Fidel. No.
Oh, wow. Fidel Castro? Seriously? Hold up. Wait, let me see something. Let me see something here. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, they do look alike. They do look alike. I was gonna say he looks kind of more like him than his father, but nah, he doesn't. This is his father, by the way. This is Justin Trudeau's father, guys. If you didn't know, this is Pierre Elliott Trudeau. He was Prime Minister of Canada. I think about 20 years before Justin ran for Prime Minister. He really does look like. Look at that. The resemblance is. They're probably related somehow, somewhere. Justin probably got some Cuban in him or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. They do resemble. But you know, all these politicians are related some way, somehow, guys. All these politicians are related some way, somehow. Let me see something. Split view, no. And look, for Katy Perry to go from Russell Brand to Orlando Bloom to like this man ran a country, okay? Let's not forget. Justin Trudeau was Prime Minister of Canada twice. Okay? So, yeah, she upgraded. I mean, he wasn't the best. He wasn't the best prime minister, but he was still prime minister regardless, okay? This man ran a whole country.
There we draw the line.
Do you guys keep in touch? She said you never contacted her again after you sent her a note saying you wanted a divorce.
Look, that is true.
Wow.
But
Never anything, not a text?
I stay in touch with her father, Keith, and
I mean, when you divorce someone, especially if you don't have kids, I mean, do you really need to keep in touch with them? I mean, you're when you're divorced, you're divorced for a reason, right? Like you move on with your life. I mean, I don't get it. Divorce the person and move on, unless you all have kids together or a business together or something.
her mother, Mary, because they're good Christian folks. And I must say,
And he still keeps in touch with her parents? What? How long were they married? Let me Google this shit. How long were they married? Let me see something. They were married for 14 months. Oh gosh. They got married in India. And he told her by okay, yeah, that's kind of dry, Russell. Yeah. To ask for a divorce by text? Yeah, you're a punk for that.
felt a good deal of sympathy.
But 14 months? That's not a long marriage. That's not a long marriage. And you still keep in touch with her parents? Okay, I guess.
With the recent allegations around Katy.
She's been accused of
2010.
sexually assaulting Ruby Rose by allegedly exposing her vag to this gal's face.
This is probably the old school man in me. I don't even hear the crime there. What happened? I can't even hear where it is. Like someone would have to poke me with a stick. There, that's the bit that's a crime. Ah!
No.
Yeah, look, coming from a man who is right now on trial for graping. Hold up. This is you, Russell? This you? British actor and comedian Russell Brand said in a recent podcast interview that he had exploitative consensual sex with a 16-year-old when he was 30. What are you even doing talking to a 16-year-old at the age of 30, let alone having. Hold up. Oh, it gets better. He awaits trial in the UK over rape and SA allegations brought by 6 women who have accused him of various offenses between 1999 and 2009. Man, can I play this? I want to see. Can I play this? I don't think I can. Let me try. Okay, that's it. Oh, I thought he was actually gonna say something. My bad, guys. But yeah, not surprising for someone who's, on trial for grape.
No 20-year-old girl wants another woman rubbing her vag on her face uninvited.
That's the crime.
There it is, Russell.
Yeah.
I got you.
Fucker.
I put up with.
Anyways, let's begin the show, guys.
Yeah, you know where to be. For real talk, come see. Hot topics, recaps, reactions for you. Genuine laughs and unbiased views. We keeping it real, critical and true. So welcome to Roma Lash TV. You're welcome, come chill with me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I posted anything, any videos, my God, time flies. But yeah, I'm back, and I'm gonna be posting more. Got a lot of content for you guys this week. First off, happy Taurus season to all the Tauruses that subscribe to me. If you're a Taurus, you're watching this video, happy birthday, happy Taurus season. Wish you guys all the best. And yeah, I hope you live to see many more birthdays, and I hope your birthday this Taurus season is as awesome as you are. Hey, Toro gang, Bull gang, Toro gang, whoosh whoosh. All right, so as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about this situation with Katy Perry and Ruby Rose. If you guys don't know, Katy Perry is in some hot water right now, guys. We got Ruby Rose, the original Ruby Rose, not the rapper, but the original Ruby Rose from Orange is the New Black. She recently came out and made some crazy allegations, about Katy Perry essaying her. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it because it's just crazy, and Katy Perry is in some hot water right now. And such a bad time for her to be in hot water right now. I mean, she's dating Justin Trudeau, which is the former Prime Minister of Canada. I think he just resigned like last year or something. And now you have her ex-husband. He's on trial also for rape and essaying. So it's not looking too good for her, it's not looking good for Justin either, because for you to give up, resign from running a country to dating Katy Perry, already there's some people that kind of looked at it as, I don't judge. I mean, look, the way I see it, as do whatever makes you happy. That's how I see it. Do whatever makes you happy, guys. I don't care what your job is, what you're doing in life. How respectable it is, whatever people think, how much money you're making. If you're not happy, leave that job and go pursue what really makes you happy, whatever it may be. Okay? So Justin Trudeau, I mean, he looks like he finally found happiness. He looks like he's living his best life now, and he's with Katy Perry. So, it's not looking too good for him. Um, yeah, it's really not looking too good for him. Being linked to Katy Perry and with all this going on with her, and then you, Katy Perry, you know, your ex-husband is on trial now for rape. Now you have some a lawsuit coming up. You know, there's been a police report filed against you for the same thing. And anyways, let me not talk too much. Let me just read the facts and let y'all know what's going on in order. So this is it. Let me go back to the beginning. Let me go back to the beginning because this is not it. Let me go back to where it all started. Okay. So it started from here. Okay. So yeah, enough of that. So as you all know, Coachella recently passed. Justin Bieber was one of the performers at Coachella, and during his set, like he was using YouTube to, like, I guess, play the songs from his set. He was using YouTube for that. I guess he didn't have a DJ or a band or something, so he was using YouTube for that. He was his own DJ, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so Katy Perry was obviously there with Justin Trudeau, her new boo. And she was like, oh, she made a little comment, you know, like, oh, thank God it's premium. I don't want to see no ads. And she posted it on her story, and people were talking about it, you know, like they were talking about there was like a post, Katy Perry comments makes a comment on Justin Bieber, you know, his set, using YouTube for his set, whatever. And Ruby Rose commented on that, and she was like, who gives a F what Katy Perry says? She assaulted me. She assaulted me at such and such club back in 2010 or whatever. So yeah, there was that. Let me just, I think it was mentioned here. Let me just go back and bam. Okay. Ruby Rose accuses Katy Perry of essaying her in a nightclub. She says she rubbed her disgusting vagina on her face and made her throw up. Damn. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at the disgusting vagina part, cuz girl, rubbing, if you're going to rub your coochie on somebody, at least make sure it's clean. I mean, but no, all joking aside, you shouldn't be rubbing your coochie on nobody, okay? Unless it's your partner. Cuz I'm sure if she was in a relationship with this girl, it wouldn't have been an issue. You know, you rub your coochie, you want to rub your coochie on someone, rub it on the person you're in a relationship with, not some random person in a nightclub. Okay, I don't care if it's your friend. Okay, because if my friend rubs her coochie on my face, especially if it's nasty, girl, I'm gonna fight you. Okay. So, actress Ruby Rose, took to social media with essay allegations against pop star Katy Perry. The Australian actress originally responded to a post made by Complex highlighting something unrelated that Katy had recently said. Ruby left a comment alleging that the singer assaulted her in a Melbourne nightclub called Spice Market. Users began asking questions, leading to Ruby sharing more details about the alleged incident. She says the situation took place nearly 20 years ago, but Katy allegedly pulled her underwear to the side and rubbed her disgusting vagina on my face as she was resting in the club. Wow. So you just see this girl, she's just laying down, you know, probably passed out, probably tired, and you just decide to just come up to her and rub your coochie on her face. Like, was Katy on something? Was she Like, I don't understand. Were y'all popping pills or something? Was Katy drunk? Was Katy? She had to be on something because nobody in their right mind. Ugh. Wow. Anyway, it just crazy. And then it's like, what kind of relationship did y'all have where she thought it would have been okay to do this? Were you guys intimate? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Katy was reckless back then, clearly. Yeah. So, as she was resting in the club, Ruby says in response, she puked. Mm. After that, I threw upon her. I told the story publicly, but changed it to be a little funny. Changed it to be a funny little drunk story. Sorry. Okay. Because I didn't know how else to handle it. Later, she agreed to help me get my US visa. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So I kept it a secret. Okay. The guilt. She felt bad. Katy felt bad. Okay. Oh, okay. Help you get your US visa. So I kept it a secret. Okay. So was this like an agreement that you guys had? Like, hey, I feel bad for rubbing my coochie on your face. So to make it up to you, I'll help you get your visa. And did you agree to keep it hush hush? Because if you did, and now you're going back on your word, you know, doesn't really, that's not cool. So I kept it a secret, but I did tell y'all she wasn't a good person. Instead, I got attacked by everyone, Ruby said. She also responded to fans that question. Now I take back what I said. I take it back because you know what? I don't care if you guys have an agreement to where, okay, you know what, I essayed you, I feel bad, let me do this thing to make it up, and then you agree. But then if it's still bothering you and you still have trauma from it, especially if you have trauma from it, yeah, you have all right to speak out and report this person. Absolutely, if it's true, yeah. If it's messing with your mental, and again, if you have trauma, you still have trauma lingering from that, yeah, you should, report that person. Fuck an agreement. So anyway, so I kept it a secret, but I did tell everyone she wasn't a good person. Instead, I got attacked by everyone. She also responded to fans that questioned why she didn't go to the police, stating that for a myriad of reasons, opening up about women on women violence, and or is it white on white violence or women on women? I guess it's women on women violence. And sexual abuse seems to be 100 times harder than speaking about the male predators, at least for me. In one of her final responses, she says she has now filed a report with authorities. She also informed her followers that she's not. This is good. This is good. She also informed her followers that she's not. Do I want to say the word? That she's not suicidal, on drugs, or suffering from. Can I say the D word on YouTube? Can I say the D word? Okay. We're going to say she's not suicidal, on mugs, or suffering from mental health issues, cuz I don't want to get flagged. Child, I don't want to get flagged. So, yeah. So when I say bugs and when I say suicidal, y'all know what I mean. Okay? So yeah, and I laugh because nowadays you got to say that. It's a very good disclaimer she made because nowadays, anything, especially if you're a celebrity, anything happens to you, the first thing they're going to say is, "Oh, she unalived herself." If something happens to this woman in the next week or so, God forbid, they're going to say she unalived herself. They're going to say she was depressed and she unalived herself. That's what's going on now. Anytime something happens to someone, he or she unalived themselves. So I laugh because, it's a good disclaimer to give. It's a really good disclaimer to give. I mean, look what's going on with Ashley Janae and the John McCann situation, and we're going to get into that just now, but I want to finish this. Yeah. So she also informed her followers that she's not suicidal or on bugs or suffering from mental health issues. Katy Perry's rep has since provided a response to TMZ, stating that the allegations are not only categorically false, they are dangerous, reckless lies. Miss Rose has a well documented history of making serious public allegations on social media against various individuals, claims that. Let me see something. Okay. Yeah, claims that have repeatedly been denied by those named. Now, honestly, guys, I tried searching. I like to do my homework when I'm reporting on stuff like this because it's a very touchy subject, but I couldn't find anything. I don't know if it was like maybe from like years ago. I don't know, but I tried looking up, Ruby Rose and essay allegations with other people or just other allegations in general, and I really couldn't find anything. All I keep finding is this incident with her and Katy Perry. So that's, I don't know, I haven't heard anything with Ruby Rose and any essay allegations with anyone else other than this story. So let's see where that goes. So yeah, this is the statement that Ruby Rose made that caused this story to go viral. She didn't kiss me. She saw me resting on my best friend's lap to avoid her and bent down, pulled her underwear to the side, and rubbed her disgusting vajayjay on my face until my eyes, let me move this, snapped open and I projectile vomited on her. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to picture that. I'm just trying to picture it. Man, like, y'all, listen. When y'all are out in listen, look, just in general, guys, just be on your best behavior, okay? Be on your best behavior. When you're over the age of 18, be on your best behavior. When you're outside, behave yourself. When you're with people that you're not familiar with, just be on your best behavior, guys. Okay, with your friends of friends, strangers, when you're in public, just be on your best behavior. When you're with other people, just treat everyone with respect, treat everyone with decency, and just respect boundaries. Don't put your hands on no one. Don't do anything sexual or inappropriate with anybody unless you see that they're on that type of timing and they let you know that they're on that type of timing with you, you know? Then fine, stuff like this. You could do shit like this with a partner. Okay, if y'all are accustomed playing around like that, you do this with your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, with your wife, your husband. You do some shit like this with them in your privacy, not in public, because you could get charged for indecent exposure and stuff like that. So just be on your best behavior, guys, especially if you're a public figure, okay? If you're over the age of 18, if you're a public figure, if you're a celebrity, if you're in public, if you're out with people that are just acquaintances or friends, and these are not people that you're accustomed being, because if they were in a relationship, this this wouldn't have been a problem. This wouldn't have been a problem. Like, the person's used to, putting their face on your twat anyways. This wouldn't have been a big deal, but you just got to be careful, And I know, like, about 20 years ago, it was a very different time from what it is now, you know? Um, I was reading the comments and someone was like, there was a comment saying, oh, remember when she essayed Justin Bieber? And I didn't even remember that, and I had to go and look it up, and I came across this, you know? So sad. There's Katy Perry. She's mouthing the words, "Sorry, Selena." My gosh. And she was 27 at the time. He was 18 when she did that. Let's watch it again. There's Jenny McCarthy. I think Jenny McCarthy was even older than Katy Perry. I think she was, what, in her 30s, 40s? She's much older. And look at her. She even slapped his butt too. Look at her. She slapped his butt. There's Katy. And you have all these grown people just touching on this little boy, man. So sad, man. So like, look at it. Like, he looks so creeped out by her. Poor thing. Look, when I was 27, there's no way you're catching me touching an 18-year-old on the butt. Like, no. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, no. Even when I was, I remember being 20, when I was 20, in my early 20s, I didn't want nothing to do with nobody. Even, like, if you were more than 3 years older than me, I don't even want to talk to you. Okay. Like, why are you talking to me? You have to be my age or a little bit older. This was when I was in my early 20s. So yeah. Just creepy. But like, no, and not to excuse Katy Perry, but like, everybody was just violating this little boy, man. Everybody was just, the whole industry failed Justin. Look at it. Just, I think that was on the Ellen show, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. Yeah. So, how ironic. And this all started from a post that she made from seeing Justin Bieber perform. How ironic. How ironic. Anyway. So, I think there's some charges. Let me look at this. This isn't what I wanted to. Okay, yeah. Oh, I just read this. This is not what I wanted. Because now, first she said that, is it here? Okay, so, yeah, at first, Rose stated she filed a police report regarding the alleged 2010 incident, okay? At first, she said she wasn't going to file a police report. That's what she said. Let me close this. I don't need this anymore. Close this too. So, yeah, I guess she had a change of heart. I guess some people got into her ear. Maybe she just decided, because a lot of people, this went viral. So a lot of people have been talking about it now. So I guess she had a change of heart, and you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna file a police report anyway. Katy Perry clapped back, and she strongly denied the allegations, calling them categorically false, dangerous, reckless lies. Australian police confirmed an investigation into a historical sexual assault incident in Melbourne in 2010, but did not officially name the parties involved, according to reports. The resurfaced 2010 has been... Okay, yeah, that's the video that I just showed y'all. Okay, so, let's see what's going on with this report. Because the thing is, if this happened in public, right? I want to see this report. I want to find more details. Report. I can't spell today. What's going on? I can't enter. Come on, let's go. All right. So I want to find something. What's the most recent? Let's look at this. This was 3 days ago? Okay. Because the thing is, if this happened publicly, it shouldn't be hard for her to prove. There's witnesses, right? You were resting on your best friend's lap. So, I mean, call your best friend.
A wacky story where I didn't know this Ruby Rose. She's stunning. She, I guess, was in Orange is the New Black. And
you know what's funny? I watched Orange is the New Black, and I don't even remember Ruby Rose. I have to go back and see which character she was, because I don't even remember her. Was she a main character? I used to watch that show.
She's claiming 20 years ago that she was at this nightclub in Australia and she's Australian, with Katy Perry. And that, I mean, it's graphic, but I talked about it with Katy Perry's ex-husband yesterday, that Katy Perry went over to Ruby Rose, whose head was on the lap of a friend. Sounds like she was not feeling well. She'd been overserved. And that Katy Perry allegedly pulled her own underwear aside and rubbed her vag on Ruby Rose's face. It wasn't even just like an exposure.
Yeah, their facial that's everyone's reaction to this, okay? Because what in the actual fuck? Just crazy. Play.
It was a touching, which in any world would be sexual assault, assuming it's unwanted, right? And Ruby Rose is saying it was 100% unwanted. And then adds another detail, which I have to say, I don't know. She then claims that she then threw up on Katy Perry. So disgusted was she.
That coochie was smelling like a fish market. That's why she... She's like, she added one detail that was like, yeah, that coochie was stank. That's why she threw up. That coochie was stank. There was probably some BV up in that bitch. That's why she threw up. Okay, like, cause isn't Ruby Rose gay? I think she's gay if I'm not mistaken. So if she's gay, I mean, you're not gonna be disgusted by coochie in your face, but you're gonna be disgusted by a smelly, fishy, crusty one. You know, if it got a little pimento cheese on it and it ain't smelling too fresh, yeah, you know, yeah, I'd vomit too, you know?
Now it's starting to sound a little unbelievable to me. I don't know, but she was drunk, so it's possible she threw up.
I don't know why that would make the story sound unbelievable. That's someone's intimate area. Like some people are... Look, you'd be surprised how many people don't have good hygiene, eh? You'd be surprised. There are times when I'll go into a public bathroom, okay, after a female just finished using it, and that whole bathroom will just, like, the smell of fish is just lighting up the whole room. Like, you'd be surprised how many grown-ass people, good-looking people, okay, have poor hygiene and don't know how to wash themselves properly, or their pH balance is off, probably got an infection that they're not aware of. So yeah, it doesn't make the story unbelievable to me. I mean, it just makes me think, wow, Katy Perry, like, are you clean down there? Like, is your health in check? Like, what's going on, girl? That's what it makes me think. If this really happened, it makes me think, Katy Perry, like, girl, are you good? Is your health good? Like, are you washing down there properly? Like, do you wash every day?
Because she said she was overserved. So now she's telling the story. I don't know why now. Katy Perry posted a comment under a Justin Bieber meme or post about his appearance at Coachella. And Katy Perry posted something online. And this Ruby Rose saw it and she just had a negative reaction to it. And the next thing you know, she's telling this story and has dredged up this whole thing saying, you assaulted me. I'm not going to file a police report, but you did it.
I'm so sorry for this, guys. Like, I know it's kind of repetitive. I just finished explaining this and showing other clips and videos, but I want to see if they're going to mention anything about the report. Anything that I probably might have missed. Anyways, yeah, let's continue. They might say something that wasn't mentioned before, that that I didn't read before.
And Katy Perry's team came out and said, no, she didn't. She didn't do it. You're a liar. You accuse people all the time, and they always deny it. And she was like, girl, it's on. And now she did file a criminal complaint. And Katy Perry is being investigated. And Ruby Rose, in the original statement, Ashley, had said she has some sort of proof. I don't know what the...
But I mean, what was Ruby Rose expecting? You really think Katy Perry's going to admit to that? You really think she's going to admit to that? Like, yeah, I like, oh, give me a sec, guys. Let me charge my laptop, because the last thing I want, I can't afford to have my laptop just go out on me while I'm doing a video. Okay, that's good. Are we good? We're good. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, like I was saying, I mean, what did Ruby Rose expect? She thought Katy Perry was going to come out and say, yeah, I rubbed my disgusting crotch on her face. Yeah, I did that. Of course she was going to deny it. Whether it happened or not, of course she's going to deny it. Like, you know how bad that makes her look? I mean, come on. That makes her look like a sick, like a predator. So of course she's gonna deny it. You waited for her to deny it and say you're a liar and you're this and that to then file a police report. That's why you filed a police report, because she denied your claims. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, I was surprised that Russell Brand admitted to, where was it? He admitted to sleeping with that 16-year-old girl. He admitted it. I'm shocked, because celebrities, they never admit stuff like this, whether it's true or not. They never admit stuff like this. They always, and he's 50 now, right? He's 50. So if he had relations with this 16-year-old girl when he was 30, this was 20 years ago, around the time that Katy Perry allegedly did this thing to Ruby Rose. So you see why they ended up together. Birds of a feather flock together. I did sleep with a 16-year-old when I was 30. When I was 30, I was a very different person. I was a lot younger and I was immature, he said. Well, at least you could admit it, but kudos to you for admitting it. I can respect you for that. At least I can respect you for that. Because a lot of these celebrities, they do very heinous things and they deny it. Deny everything. Take it to the grave. They'll never admit it. So I give you a little bit respect, at least, for admitting it. But yeah, you were wrong. Like, 30 years old, you shouldn't even be looking at a 16-year-old, let alone sleeping with her. And yes, the age of consent is 16 in the UK. And in a lot of countries, the age of consent is 16 and even younger in some places in Europe. But still, I mean, I'm in my 30s. If I sleep with a 16-year, not a 16, I'm in Canada and I'm in my 30s. If I sleep with an 18-year-old, I won't be charged, but am I going to do it? No. No. I don't even want to look at anybody under 25. If you're under 25, don't talk to me. Not even 25. If you're, because I have a little brother that's 25, and I look at him, he's like my son, okay? He's like the son I never had. Okay, I'm 34. I'm not talking to anybody under the age of 28. 28 is that's as young as I'll go. That's just my opinion. But anyway, back to the story.
Proof exactly is.
Right.
So what do you make of where we are and how we
I
got
feel
here?
like they're gonna get into a mud wrestling pit and like fight it out. Like that's what we have here. It's like, you were a hoe, you did this 20 years ago, but you did this. I mean, it's just crazy to me that this is happening. And so what we've got really is 20 years ago, she was apparently at this nightclub. This is one thing I want to pay attention to. She says, Ruby Rose says she was in her best friend's lap when this happened. So I'm really curious what this best friend says, because if her best friend saw her being sexually assaulted, she's vulnerable, she's on her lap, and she sees this happen, she's gonna...
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you push her away? Why wouldn't you push her away? Because if I were the best friend and Katy Perry, if you even come up to my friend, I would be like, look, my best friend is laying on my lap, okay? She's tired, she's sleeping, she's whatever. I would have been like, Katy, move. She's sleeping. She's leave her. Like, Katy Perry wouldn't have time to take off her underwear or move her underwear and bend down and do all of that. She wouldn't have time to do that if I'm the best friend. And I would have pushed her. Honestly. I would have pushed her. From the time I see you positioning yourself to bend down, right, in front of my friend, I would have pushed you. She's resting. She's tired, she's drunk, she's past whatever the hell, whatever it is. Why are you bending down in front of her? Like, you want to fart in her face? Like, what are you going to do? Like, move. Go away. I would have pushed her, honestly. She would have went head first in the ground. Like, she would have fell forward because I would have pushed her. What are you doing? Bending in front of my friend's face like that. Bending in front of me and my friend's face like that, I would have pushed her.
Say something. I mean, that doesn't make any sense why she wouldn't say anything. So I'm really curious what her story is. And also the nightclub, I think it was the manager or the owner, they talked to him, and I know it's been 20 years, but he didn't see anything. I mean, if you see Katy Perry literally take her vagina out in a public place and rub it on a drunk lady's face, someone's going to see that. Like, someone's going to see that, right? And someone
take it out.
Like, it's not normal.
Like a set of keys.
Right. And just rub it around. Like, this is not normal activity. Someone's going to say something. So,
yeah.
I don't know. 20 years later, I'm just not thinking that it's going to get very...
And that's what I'm thinking. Like, if this has to go to court or anything, like, bring your best friend. She's the perfect witness. You were laying on her lap, so she saw the whole thing. Bring witnesses. You guys were at a club. I'm sure there were other people around, but even if it was just, let's say, you and your best friend, and then Katy was there, bring your best friend. If she's still alive or whatever. I mean, if that's really your best friend, she will, she'll speak. She'll speak up for you. She'll do it. She'll come to court. She'll speak, she'll testify. That's it.
Very far, but it's definitely hurting Katy Perry. I mean, now we've got other people, talking about, hey, she molested me, she did this stuff to me. But Ruby Rose has a history of saying that other people...
Oh, there's other people too? Really? Let me just play that part again. Real quick.
Got other people, talking about, hey, she molested me, she did this stuff to me. But Ruby Rose has a history of saying that other people have sexually assaulted her and just throwing it out. Hey, I was raped by a ton of men on the set. She said of her last program.
Oh.
When she left it, she said, I was sick of being raped by all these men on my show, but she didn't make any allegations. So I don't know. Something's really fishy here, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the...
Okay. Okay. She was sick of being raped by all. What show was this? Was this on Orange is the New Black or a different show? Did she call any names? That's a big. And here's my thing, like, you see, when it comes to grape and stuff like that, like that's a very. I just hope she's not lying about this stuff. There are some sick people in the world that will make up things, you know. Um they will say things like this just for attention, you know. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying, but it's like, if you're going to tell it all. If you're going to say, I left that show because I kept being raped by people, you know, like, yeah, like the same thing you're doing for Katy Perry, and I hope that, because, um it's one thing, yes, rubbing your coochie on a person's face, um unwanted, unsolicited, or whatever, is bad, but it's inappropriate. But graping someone, I just really hope that she went and filed police reports. I hope that she took this to the police the way she's taking this situation with Katy Perry to the police. Because grape is a lot more serious than this. This is bad. This is a really, this is a traumatic situation. If this happened to me, I would have trauma. You know, I'd want to fight Katy Perry if I were her. I'd probably get up and punch her because how dare you? Like, I would have been pissed. I don't think I would have thrown up. I think I would have gotten up and I would have fought her. Like, how dare you? Like, I would have felt so violated and disrespected. Oh my gosh. But anyway, um yeah, so I just hope that she kept the same energy. You know? Like, don't I want to hear, like, the same way you're taking this incident to the police, take all the other incidents where you got raped, and bring that to the police too. Charge everybody. If you're going to charge one, charge all. Everyone should be in hot water, not just Katy Perry, cuz you kept getting raped. By who? Multiple people, multiple times. That's what it sounds like. you know so I mean, if you're gonna make an allegation like that, there has to be some action behind it. you know you're a public figure, you have the money to sue these people, man.
The club manager statement. It was a place called Spice Market. He's spoken out about the wild night, saying as follows, quote, "They were drunk. They were not paralytic or anything, just like any other person drinking at a nightclub," he told the Herald Sun. He claimed he did not see any alleged sexual assault take place or any vomiting, referring to Rose's allegations that she threw up when this happened to her. Ruby Rose is now saying that she's finalized all her police reports. She also does seem to say, though, that she's got proof, Phil, that she's got, I think she suggested she might have photos and maybe even contemporaneous notes and a witness. Hold on. She says, "After it, I threw up on her. I told the story publicly, but changed it to be a funny little drunk story because I didn't know how else to handle it. So I kept it as..."
Well, of course, I expect her to have a witness, which is the friend. She should at least have one witness. I mean, the club manager, club owner, he can't be everywhere all at once. So he probably wasn't around to see the incident itself. Just because he didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. The club owner can be everywhere at once. It's a club. There's a lot of people, there's a lot going on. It's a big place, I'm sure. But photos, so you have photos of Katy Perry rubbing her coochie on your face. Someone took photos of this woman rubbing her coochie on your face. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Secret. But she says she's more than welcome to sue me if this is not true, but she won't because it happened. I have photos, and it was literally in public and witnessed by multiple people.
Okay.
Plus, there's so much more that happened in the years.
Well, if you have multiple witnesses, she has nothing to worry about. Girl, sue and get your money, girl. Sue and get your money, because, you know, it's all about what you can prove in court, right? So if you're able to prove that it happened, that's all that matters. If you have photos, I mean, I don't know why people would take photos of that, but, you know, or, I mean, I guess whatever. But yeah, if you have multiple people that said they saw this happen, you know, it's all about what you can prove in court, right? But people can lie. I mean, she can pay people and to lie for her and stuff. Who knows? I don't think she's lying. I don't think Ruby Rose is lying.
Leading up to her silly song that she won't want me discussing. The psychological manipulation was strong with that one. Okay, so your thoughts on her alleged
song
and how she can make this case.
What song?
Silly song that she won't want me discussing. The psychological manipulation, but she won't because it happened. I have photos, and it was literally in public and witnessed by multiple people. Plus, there's so much more that happened in the years leading up to her silly song that she won't want me discussing. The psychological manipulation was strong with that one. Okay, so your thoughts on her alleged proof and how she can make this case.
Well, Megan, maybe she's got a hotline, 1-800. If you've seen Katy Perry's Lady Parts, call this number. You know, I tell you, this whole thing on its face, it doesn't have the ring of believability to me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. I understand that sexual assault is a terrible thing, and nobody's denying that, but another thing is terrible. It's also terrible to falsely accuse somebody of it, and this person has a history of it. Look, we got to start with the fact that she's drunk, admittedly drunk. And when you're drunk, you're unable to perceive things accurately when they occur, and you're unable to oftentimes recall them accurately.
Yeah, there's that too. They can say, oh, well, yeah, you were drunk. How can you be so sure that such and such? Because, I mean, she was resting on her friend's lap. Why were you resting on your friend's lap? I mean, she said it was to avoid her. But was it also because you were drunk? I mean, even the bar owner, the club owner, whatever, even he said you guys were drunk. So they're going to look at all that. Okay, well, you said this happened to you, but you were drunk. And there are other people saying that, excuse me, there were other people saying that you were drunk as well. You know, I mean, so far, the owner of the club said it. Who's to say, you know, maybe the other witnesses might say, yeah, they were both drunk and yeah, we were all drinking and blah, blah, blah. And they might say, oh, well, yeah, that's why she threw up, because she was drunk. You know, it's not because she had what's her name's vagina on her face. She threw up because she was drunk. You know, like, you never know. So
later when you're called upon to recall them. And she's admitted that she was and she threw up, which suggests to me
exactly
maybe that's more about the amount and quantity of the alcohol.
Yep.
Because even the manager there says that they were under the influence. So maybe that has something.
What did I just say? And this is my first time watching this video, guys.
To do with the fact that she threw up, if she did in fact do so. And then you have prior inconsistent statements. Now, the things where she's claimed misconduct against other third parties, it's going to be very hard to prove or disprove those, because like this one, it's going to come down to being a swearing match. But setting aside the fact that she's probably made false claims against other people and is a drama queen, you have a situation here where this woman has made false or prior inconsistent statements. And in the law, that is something that cuts directly to a witness's credibility. And you add to that, guys, the fact that a witness, this manager, remembers it and cannot corroborate any other details other than that they were there and they were drinking. You put all that together, and what you've got is a big ball of nothing. You got probably a false claim, certainly one that's not able to be substantiated to the point of making any kind of claim in court, even a civil claim, in my view.
I mean, you definitely, the girl whose lap was holding Ruby Rose is critical. You're right, Ashley. That girl's going to remember. You don't forget if Katy Perry, takes out her badge, as you put it, and rubs it on your friend's face right in front of you.
Do not.
I don't even know how you do.
Yeah.
As a woman, like, what do you do?
don't
You gotta get
know.
straddled. You gotta hold on, let me whip my leg
Right,
off.
it's so weird
not
to
that
me.
easy.
Like, it's just so odd. And then she's throwing up. Like, it's just the whole.
Ruby Rose shouldn't even be friends with that girl. If she's still friends with that girl, I mean, I would never let anybody do that to my friend. Like I said, guys, I would have pushed her. Katy Perry would have felt face first on the floor, because I would have pushed her. What the fuck are you doing? Because she probably, like, you sat on her face. Did you lift your leg up and then, like, you sat on her face because she's laying down on her friend's lap? Like, push that bitch. Like, I would have, like, your friend just let this girl do that to you. You were sleeping, you were passed out, whatever the case, and your best friend let this woman violate you like that. Crazy.
Thing seems bizarre, and now someone has a camera during all of this. I mean, they're taking photos of it.
That's
It
it.
makes no sense.
There's photos?
Right.
It seems
Yeah, and like, you should have anger for those people who took photos, because instead of you guys trying to stop this woman from doing this, you just let her. Like, Ruby Rose, you don't have good friends, girl. You don't have good friends. I hope you don't have the same friend group that you had back in 2010, because these guys, they just let this woman violate you like that, taking pictures, letting her sit on your face, not doing anything. Yeah, they were not your friends.
it was like those photos would have leaked by now.
Think about how much those are worth.
But Phil raises an interesting point, Dave, on prior inconsistent statements, because even Ruby Rose is saying, after I threw up on her, I told the story publicly, but changed it to be a, quote, funny little drunk story because I didn't know how else to handle it. Later, she agreed to help me get my U.S. visa, so I kept it a secret. But I did tell y'all she wasn't a good person. I was in my early 20s. I'm now 40. It's taken almost 2 decades to say this publicly. And she's talking about how she's grateful she's found her voice and so on. But she appears to be steeling herself for on-camera statements in which she's already told this story, Dave, in a way that, yeah, it certainly sounds like it's not going to be, I was sexually assaulted and I threw up in disgust at her.
Right. And Megan, good to be back on with you and my co-hosts, Phil and Ashley. And this one is a tough one because both sides here have a rap sheet, because both of them have made accusations or been accused of things that will harm their credibility. The accuser here has alleged that others have raped her, and it doesn't look like there was any corroboration there. And here, Katy Perry also is.
I still wasn't able to find anything, like, specifically. I guess she never mentioned any names, but yeah, I still wasn't able to find anything on that. Anyway.
Been accused of sexual assault in 2019 from this actor Josh Kloss, who starred in her video and said that she bullied him and pulled his pants down and exposed his genitals to others. And what's going on?
Yeah, I remember that. Yes, Katy Perry. The video Teenage Dream, or yeah, her male co-star She pulled down his pants and underwear in public in front of people on the set and was like, look at his meat. Look at his package. And poor guy, my God. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I told you guys, like I believe Ruby Rose. I believe Ruby Rose. Is she gonna be able to win this case in court? I don't know, because it all comes down to what you can prove, right? So I do believe her, because this sounds like something Katy Perry would do. Katy Perry she looked like a freaky girl, man. I kissed a girl and I liked it, touching Justin Bieber's butt. Oh, sorry, Selena. And you're married to Russell Brand. Another freak. And I think this was around the time she married him. She married him, what, 2011? So shortly after this incident, they got married. Man, I believe Ruby Rose. Do I believe she'll win the case? Well,
Hollywood, right? I mean, this is like these accusations of her to go up to people. Like, also, there's a female TV host in Georgia who reportedly she accused Katy Perry of harassing her that same year. And then there's video of Katy Perry grabbing Justin Bieber's butt and looking into the camera and saying, "Sorry, Selena."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you have.
Wait, we have that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me show that
boy.
video with Bieber, and then I'll let you finish your point. That's.
I was better off just playing this video and just reacting to it, because they're just repeating and showing y'all the same shit I just showed y'all. Oh my gosh.
Stop 39. She's hugging Bieber. She reaches down. Well, she definitely grabs his ass, and her hand stays there for a long time. She's a lot older than he is. Poor Bieber. He's been like, poor.
I mean, it didn't look as bad as when Jenny McCarthy did it. Jenny McCarthy practically had him in a headlock and was slapped his ass, kissing him. I mean, she did a lot more than Katy.
He's been through a lot. Keep going, Dave.
Wow. Yeah, he did well for himself, though. I mean, he married well.
I know, but he's like clearly so damaged now from obviously his time with Usher and Diddy. This is my own supposition. I don't have proof, but it seems pretty clear. I just like everybody abused Justin Bieber. Like, on camera, on late night shows. And you can see he's like walking around laboring under this. That's my belief. But anyway, keep going, Dave.
Well,
I totally agree. Usher and Diddy, especially Diddy, they ruined that boy. Poor thing.
It all feeds into a narrative that Katy Perry just thinks that she has the privilege to grab people's butts and pull people's pants down and perhaps put her vag in someone's face at a party. I can't believe I said that. I went to law school. I went to 7 years of schooling to come on and talk about that. That's really unbelievable. My parents.
I mean, we've talked about some crazy stuff on our show, but this is.
I mean,
you can see it. It was coming at you like a freight train, Ehrenberg.
Right.
We can see it.
Really?
Is he going to do it? Is he going to say it?
It's so true. I wonder what Justin Trudeau is thinking about all this right now. But the thing is that to prove a case.
That's what I want to know. If he's smart, he will distance himself from Katy Perry. Honestly, if I were him, I would yeah, we're having fun. We went to Coachella. We had our fun time, but I gotta, you're going through your thing right now. And, this is not good. It's not a good look for me, so yeah, you just, let's take a break.
To prove a case in the United States, it would be a non-starter. I mean, this is a she said, and the witnesses are not favorable for the plaintiff here, for the accuser. But you can maybe do something more in Australia, which has no statute of limitations, and maybe they have looser rules of evidence and a lower burden than we have here. But in this country, this case would go nowhere.
Well, and look at this one too. Here's Anna Kendrick in 2014.
And this is coming from a lawyer, guys.
Sitting down with Conan O'Brien with her own Katy Perry's story. Watch.
It was a crazy.
But you know what? Yeah, because this happened in Australia, right? So yeah, she should pursue, legal action in Australia. I don't know. I mean,
I've never been around so many. Katy Perry finger banged my cleavage. It was a weird night. She's very mature.
She just does that? She just does that?
I mean, I was kind of asking for it. If nobody does, I would have been a little sad.
Paint the scene. So you're standing still and Katy Perry walks by, and
I have met her before, and yeah, she's like
that's her thing.
Yeah, she's aggressive. I like it.
Okay.
Okay, so that is creepy.
wow.
So they don't know each other. She's saying, Ashley, that she just walked by her and stuck her fingers.
Sorry. It's the girl for me. I kind of liked it. Yeah. She finger banged my cleavage. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it's just what she does, Yeah. Yeah. It's a little aggressive, but I like it. It is what it is. You see, Katy Perry, you can't do that shit with everyone. You see, you got lucky. You got lucky with this girl. She's down with the program. She's down with that. She a freak like you. But yeah, you thought Ruby Rose was like this chick. No. You can't do that shit with everybody, babe. But like it's not looking good for Katy, man. You're pulling down men's pants in front of people in public, and you're finger banging random women's cleavage. It sounds like you only met this girl once before. One time prior to that, and you're touching in between her boobs. Now there's a story about you sitting on this woman's face while she's passed out. Oh, girl.
Down her dress, feeling her boobs up. We see her grabbing Justin Bieber's bottom and like lingering for a long time. She did write and become famous singing a song, "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's obvious, she's got some sort of a penchant that way. And now you got this gal coming forward.
She's a freak. She's hey, Katy Perry's a Scorpio, eh? They're freaky people. They're freaky people. They like sex. Okay? Scorpios, they're some horny, freaky people. Okay? Y'all say Taurus are horny? Y'all say Taurus are freaky? If we're freaky, they're horny. Okay? I think they're more on the horny side. We're freaky, but they're more on the horny side. Yeah.
Saying, I didn't talk about it for a long time because I was young, and I'm going to be honest, she helped me out. I needed a visa, so I kept my mouth shut. But F her, I'm older now. Like, I'm not sure she is lying.
I'm not sure she is either, but this is really going to be a credibility issue because even though we're not sure she's lying, we're also not sure she's telling the truth. And, I'm interested to see what this other evidence is, maybe some pictures, something like that. But what we really have is
Or the friend.
Yeah, well, I mean, the friend would be really key, but why did the friend keep quiet all these years? It's what doesn't make any sense. And all these people.
I mean, if you're.
Well, I mean, the friend kept quiet because she kept quiet. I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna, this happened to you. So if you don't want to bring it to the police, if you don't want to talk about it, if you're willing to let it go, then I will. Why not? Like, I'm your friend, but I mean, it happened to you. So if you don't want to do anything about it, then if you're gonna leave it alone, I'm gonna leave it alone too.
You're not famous, and your girlfriend is Ruby Rose, and she's got this allegation against Katy Perry, and Ruby Rose is like, don't tell anyone. She helped me get my visa.
Yeah.
But can I ask a question real quick? Of all of three of you, who among us here can tell, the world sort of with any specificity who we might have been hanging out with at a bar or a nightclub 20 years ago? Who might remember a damn thing that happened?
Thanks for watching this clip. If you're new here, subscribe. We got a.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, something like that, like I said, if that really happened, you're not going to forget something like that. You know, it's not like you guys just went out. It was like a regular night, like uneventful. Nothing significant happened, and you know, it was just a regular night at the club. No. Your friend was if your friend was assaulted, you're gonna remember that. If someone sat on your friend's face, okay, and violated your friend and your friend ended up puking on her, you're gonna remember that. You're not gonna forget that. The friend is not gonna forget that. Like, whoever was around with them is not gonna forget that. You're not. You know? I have there's certain nights where I went out with, you know, my ex best friend years ago. You know, years ago. I have some nights that I remember to this day. You know, that happened 10 plus years ago. You know, because there was something specific that happened that night, which is why I remember that night out with my friend at such and such club. You know, so if you, it doesn't matter how long something is, if how long ago something happened, you know, if there was something significant that happened that night, you will remember that night. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. This Katy Perry Ruby Rose situation. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think Ruby Rose is lying, if you think Katy Perry's lying, if you think this you know, if this is gonna go anywhere, you know, if Ruby's gonna win in court or whatever. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.